Hey, what's up, social media family? I hope everybody is having an absolute amazing day. I have a very strong, powerful word from the Lord that is going to hopefully bring you a lot of encouragement. It is really going to help you to find your traction in this season. It's going to hopefully excite you to a degree to let your mind have some ease to move forward. Got a lot of different ways I want to talk about this word and break this word down, because when the Lord was speaking this word to me, I was in one of our prayer times. We've been doing a whole lot of extra prayer times in Texarkana at Roar Church, Texarkana. Just a lot of extra prayer times. And the Lord spoke something so plain to me, and then He expounded on it through just not one prayer meeting, but kind of multiple prayer meetings, but mainly in this one. But the Lord said, it's a turnaround season. And I thought, okay, Lord, that's a good word. That's good. Turnaround season, a lot of things for everybody could turn around. And so I was really praying, and as I was praying, and the Lord just kept speaking to me things like, it's not really what it looks like. And so I just stopped and I said, all right, God, are you talking to me? Is this a word I'm supposed to share? I've been traveling every week ministering and preaching at places and events. And I was like, is this something I'm supposed to share with other people? And the Lord said, it's for you. It's for other people. And then I really leaned into the Lord. And this is something very, very strong you need to listen to. The Lord said, when you see something, you hear something, you feel something, ask me about it. And I was like, okay, I know exactly what you mean, Lord. And so I was on social media, and I was on YouTube actually, and saw a video, and I read the title, and I was like, what? And the Lord said, that's not true. I said, okay. And I saw something else, a few hours later on social media. I kind of like, whoa. The Lord said, that's not true. And I said, all right. He said, the narrative is not true. What they're saying, they're wanting you to believe, but I'm going to turn it around, and it's going to be different, okay? Multiple types of turnarounds I'm talking about here, okay? So a lot of things that we're hearing, we're seeing in the news aren't real. It's a narrative. Things are turning. It's going to go in a different direction. In fact, I told somebody, every time I hear something on the news, I just expect the opposite. There's kind of a lot of truth to that. And then, what I do on my daily shows, Joe Joe in the morning, I ask people for prayer requests. A lot of people have been sending me a prayer request. And I read through the prayer request, and the Lord speaks to me and has been saying, that's really not what's going on. It's maybe fear creeped in, or a bad doctor's report, or something. And the Lord says, I'm going to turn this situation around. And so multiple people, I've messaged them like, hey, the Lord spoke to me when I was reading your prayer requests. He's turning things around for you. This is a turnaround season. I know a lot of people have messaged me about, hey man, look, I've invested money into real estate or stocks, or I've got a lot of my family's money invested, and I'm just not seeing what I thought I would see. And when I pray over a lot of people, the Lord would speak to me and say things like, remind them, this is only if He did, only if He did. If I told you to buy that property, if I told you to invest in that company, if I told you to do something, know that it will turn around. Okay? Where you've sown, you're going to reap. And I know a lot of people who feel like they have sown, but they haven't reaped. And I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about in life and generosity and whatever it may be. There's a turnaround season coming. Today when I was in prayer, I just started laughing. I had the joy of the Lord. And after prayer, I had two of my closest friends in the world call me and said, "You're not going to believe what just happened to me and for me." I'm like, "Lay it on me. I am so ready." And they were like, "Man, I was just going about my God-filled day." One guy said, "And I got 2 calls for business deals that I didn't even ask for, that I didn't even know could be a possible deal, fell in my lap." Another guy said, "I stepped out in faith and ministry, and the Lord came through in 3 different areas. 3 different areas, just one right after another." And I'm like, my goodness, I'm about to release a word called a turnaround season. And two of my closest friends messaged me with the big turnaround. I had one of my prayer partners tell me something that happened in their family that was a complete 180 turnaround, go in the opposite direction. It looked like it was going one way, and we were praying and standing, and everything turned and went the way it was supposed to go. Are you listening to me? We are in a turnaround season. At our last prayer, we have a bunch of prayer meetings, but our last corporate prayer at night, never in my life in our sanctuary felt the open heaven and the power and the presence of God like this. Something has shifted. A turnaround has happened. This is a turnaround season. Now, I'm going to explain something a little bit harsh. I was praying for some people that are under extreme attack right now. Felt the Lord say that different people who are publicly attacking them, the people who are attacking them, the attack will turn around and come back 5 times harder. In fact, some of the people coming against certain people right now in the nations of the world, them verbally and putting physical action to their attacks will destroy them in whatever arena they're in. Will destroy them. Do not touch God's anointed. Don't do it. Don't do it. God has anointed ministers. They're not all anointed, if you didn't know. God has anointed business owners. God has anointed professional athletes. God has anointed politicians. Yeah, he has a few anointed politicians. He sure does. And when people put their mouth on God's anointed, they reap a consequence. Now this is a turnaround. When people are speaking against people, the word curses, the witchcraft they speak out will turn around and come back at them. Had a guy a few years ago just down on life, and he was like, "Man, I don't know what's wrong." I said, "Well, let me help you. You are always talking bad about everybody. Your words that you speak out come right back at you, sometimes harder and hotter than they came out of your mouth." And that's pretty hard and pretty hot. And so the thing is, there is a turnaround season. When your turnaround has fully manifested, do not be so tired and weary that you are not able to steward the breakthrough. Remember one time, some of my friends, they got stuck. They went kind of mudding where they shouldn't have been mudding. Y'all, we country. And they were mudding. And it took them forever to get this truck out of the mud. They went up and back and up and back and up and back, and then put, 2x4s under the tires and tried to get them up. And they finally got to where they could get like a chain. And they finally got this truck out. And as soon as they got the truck out, guess what happened? They were out of gas. Don't be out of gas when God turns it around. It is a turnaround season. It may look like one thing, but it's going to turn around. Just the last 3 or 4 days, I've had just this extreme excitement, and I can't put my finger on it. I can't tell you exactly what it is. Besides our ministries, our businesses, they're all looking up. Just my wife and I are so excited right now because everything that we're doing is looking up. Why? We have positioned ourselves. We have not listened to the naysayers. We've not listened to what the world is saying about the economy, what people are saying, about different things in ministry. Listen, we are believing God for the full turnaround and breakthrough, and we're going to see it. This is a turnaround season. This is not one of those generic prophetic words. Oh, I think God is about to turn things around. I'm telling you, I am in the middle of the turn. I can feel it going fast. I can feel things moving. I can feel things shifting. Our church over the past few weeks has had such a dynamic shift in the glory of God. I was with Sid Roth a few weeks ago, and he told me, he said, Joe Joe, what you're going to see at Roar Church in 2023 is going to be unbelievable. You are going to experience the glory of God at a level like you could never even imagine. There is a turnaround happening. I see a lot of businesses we have. I see them turning around. We're in growth months. Things are happening. I'm believing. And so I want to encourage you with this word today. We are in a turnaround season. All right. If you want prayer, you know what to do. Go to the website, jojoedawson.net. Go to the contact button, hit it. I also want to thank all of our partners, our prayer partners, our financial partners, our partners that sow monthly. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I'm always available to jump on a call and chat with you. I just appreciate y'all. And get ready, guys. This is a turnaround season. Let's go for everything. And I'm talking about turnaround. My wife and I, we're health coaches with an amazing company. And if you ever want to know about how you can get your health back in line and turn your health around, or even start your own health coaching business, we will coach you in coaching other people. That's what we do on a daily basis. It will help you turn around. Turn people around. Turn your health around. Turn your finances around. I'll be your turnaround coach. I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed day.